Alright, BobalosRex here, and you know what day it is? So you know what time it is. Time for the news. So let's get this vault. So basically, Godfather's done. Alright, see, look at this vault. He's done. We got Galliwix Heroic. I got Ahead of the Curve. I got Keystone Master. I may be trying for Keystone Legend, but that's a big if and maybe. We even got this done, our 8 masks done on this guy. He's set. Alright, I am going to be switching tunes coming up for the next season. You know, next raid. I'm going to be playing something different, so we'll see what that is. But yeah, my Goblin Monk, he maxed out. He's good. You know, I'll probably be doing some little things on him, of course, but yeah, I'm going to be gearing up some other people. Maybe we'll see some different vaults soon. You know, now's the time to start working on, you know, transmog sets. You know, Heroic, Normal, Raid Finder. We're going to be getting some more catch-up gear in a little bit, too. So, there's that. Of course, from Visions and stuff. More on Visions when we get to the news, but let's go over some of these weeklies here real quick. So we got the weekly event is Battlegrounds and Pet Battles this week, so it's a double. And then the other PvP ones, we got Ash Kahet. That's where you're going to be getting your sparks. That's where people are going to be ganking. Then you got Rated BG Blitz or Rated Battlegrounds for the other quests, and then Epic Battlegrounds for that quest. And then for the dungeon quest this week, we got Stone Vaults. And then the new quest this week was Delves Worldwide, 3 Delves. Get that done. Now, there's a bunch of stuff going on this week, but let's get through the normie stuff. So, South Shore versus Terran Mail is the PvP brawl, so hit that up if you want some extra conquests from that quest. What are we doing in Mythic? Voidbound, the Void Emissary, so you gotta deal with that. And then Delves Week, you know, is just going. We don't got no special dungeon stuff this week. Now, what is this other stuff I want to... Oh, let's go over the world boss here real quick. So, Shadehounds are up in the Maw. And which world boss is up? Oh, is it the dude up top? It's the dude up top. Cordax up. Get some resonance crystals. Otherwise, don't hit him up. You got Godfather. Don't forget to hit up him. You do get a piece of gear. Now, let's get to the real stuff going on this week. So we got 1 week, okay, till the next patch. Alright, so that's going to be big. But also this week, we got Gift of the Titans. So Delves should be a lot easier for people. You're going to have that buff, or not Delves. Visions should be a little bit easier with that buff. It's automatically activated. You don't got to pay for it. And it's just a chance on hit. You take no sanity damage, and you can just blast. Okay, it's really nice. Should help some people. 8 masks are kind of tricky, but I am going to be working on my 8 mask guides, so expect that. As well as, don't forget to hit up week 2 of the Dastardly Duos. So, this quest line is account-wide, so you can only do the quests on 1 tune. But you can't catch up, so if you're behind, you can do week 1, week 2, and do a couple of Dastardly Duos events. And if you don't like them, you just gotta complete them for the quest, so you can still get the rewards and stuff for that. There's also the Feats of Strength. I did a video on one called Boot Hill. You want to hit that up. If you also really care about achievements, you want to start trying to get the Dastardly Duos ones. This one has a weekly requirement, so you'd want to be... Oh my goodness, it's raining so loud. But yeah, that's what's going on this week. Visions, Dastardly Duos, and then next week, with the patch, we're going to be getting that new campaign. You may have seen me play it. You're going to be able to do that. It's a nice little quest line. You do some stuff with Farron. But that's the thing. We're on the cusp of 11.1.7. That means we're going to be getting 11.2 news soon. hopefully we get some good stuff in it. I know some people asking for BFA reps. There's a lot of stuff. Maybe I do a wish list of what I want coming in 11.2. You know, that's something to do. But yeah, we're going to be getting that news either this week or next. You know, I'm not reporting on it because it hasn't been shown yet, but we could hear something Thursday, Friday. Who knows? But if it's not this week, it's next. I'm telling you, 11.2 is soon. The people in the know are feeling froggy, so you know something's happening. Alright. Okay, let's go over the rest of the news here. I did mention Shadehound, so if you want to go to the mall, you can hit up Shadehound. It is up now in the Beast Warrants. Alright. So, Horrific Visions Ogrimmar. If you need stuff to get into Ogrimmar, you can get that stuff done. Jewel Crafter mount, the Wyvern, the Wolf mount. Here. You know, you can get Big Cheech for this, unlock. And then you got the Wolf, and then the Wind Rider you can do. There's also some motorcycle parts. If you haven't got those yet, get those. Alright. Lore Walking starts next week. And Combat Assist. One of the best changes to WoW, Combat Assist is coming next week. It's going to be a game changer, I'm telling you. And then the Raid Renown this week, it was bugged, but they fixed it. So you can get the damage. It's a damage buff. Why is it not? Oh, because I'm on loot. So you get the damage buff this week. Next week we get a mount. Not the big mount, but a mount. Okay? Now, moving on to other stuff. Season of Discovery, it's basically the end of SOD. Apparently, SOD Pop is pummeling. The surveys went out. I'm hoping they test some stuff in SOD while we're waiting for whatever's next, but who knows when we're going to get whatever's next at this point. And Scarlet Enclave got the damage buff, so they're doing it weekly instead of every other week. So hopefully I can get in and get the Balnazar kill so I can get my free boost. Alright, looking for help for that. In other classic news, MOP is next month. All the MOP stuff is next month, okay? But this month, they're still testing stuff, and they just talked about Celestial Dungeons. Okay, it's basically MOP M+, but it's not M+. It's basically hard mode dungeon. Goes up to like 4. Something like that. It's based off of like the Code World stuff. All I know is it's that on top of challenge modes. The one thing that will really get me interested in MOP is if they do like a collection crossover kind of deal. To where if I earn like challenge mode sets in MOP, do I get them in retail? You know, then I'd be interested. Alright, and of course the PTR is still doing testing. And then Fresh Classic is kind of just chilling. I guess what's next is going to be AQ. Next, Hearthstone expansion reveal, all that stuff's going on. I'm excited for it. All that stuff is coming in July, early July. So I gotta save money for that. I still gotta do the full react to it. I've only been looking at pieces because I haven't got to react to it yet. But reveal season is in full swing, and a new event starts next week in Hearthstone. All right. Secrets of Ungoro. And there's a nerf incoming this week. Alright, there's nerfs incoming this week, tomorrow. Diablo 4 has the anniversary ongoing. So right now you got the anniversary event. That's going till next week if you want the Mother's Blessing. So I gotta get on and do Diablo. Overwatch, there's the Soldier short story that came out last week. Well, they did an audio reading version of it so you can listen to it, and then they did the director's take last week after I filmed the news, so you can check that out if you want to see what they're cooking up. But remember, the season is ending, so we're going to be getting season 17 news. That's what it is. We're going to be getting the new season at the end of the month. Diva Mythic and new heroes in Stadium, including Junkrat. So that's going to be interesting for some people. Rumble is getting something. There's a couple events ongoing right now. A couple events ended. Hopefully Rumble gets something news. And then y'all had that HOTS news last week. Well, guess what? There's no HOTS news. You know, you can still log in, I think, for the 10th anniversary if you want. And that's it. Again, this week I'm going to be working on some stuff. We got the patch next week, so we got all patch content and 11.2 news soon. It's either this week or next. That's the window. This is the window for news. Look around these days. Anyways, thank y'all for watching as always. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.